this press conference with a thank you to John Fox.
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
What are we talking about? Practice? We're talking about practice, man.
Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it.
Come after me! I'm a man! I'm 40!
You're listening to Rochester, Indiana's #1 podcast, the Tan and J-Man Show, featuring Josh Munt and Tanner Lee.
You are listening to Rochester's #1 podcast, episode 80 of the Tan and J-Man Show, but it's not with Josh Munt and Tanner Lee this week. It's with Cahner Thompson and Tanner Lee.
Yep.
Cahner, what's going on, man?
Not much, Tan. How you been?
Good. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no problem.
Fresh off your trip to Indy 500.
It was a blast.
Was it a good time?
It was honestly. So I'd been to baseball, basketball, football, went to hockey this year, and hockey was surprising. I thought it was one of the most fun that I'd been to. It's so fast. Mm-hmm. You can't really picture in your head how fast 220 miles an hour is until you see it. I mean, it's incredible. Yeah. It's the atmosphere alone. I mean, it was nuts.
I've been to the Brickyard 6 or 7 times. I've never been to Indy. That's on my bucket list. Mm-hmm. I know how fast the NASCARs go, but I bet it's nothing compared to those Indy cars.
It's nuts. And we sat at the end of turn 1, so I mean they are humming.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And the people down there, I mean, it's happy Memorial Day, happy race weekend.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
I mean, 300,000. I mean, the Brickyard used to draw that up when it began, but now it can't even get half the people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you get all kinds of people down there to the Speedway, and
right.
It's cool. I mean, it was a good race to watch on TV.
Yeah, I mean,
it was
a blast being there. So we sat at the end of turn 1, and I don't really know, but all of the other people that we went with and we were around that have gone for years and years, they said that they didn't think there was a lot of passing this year as there were in the previous years.
Yeah.
They were saying because they usually sit in those same seats, and that's usually one of the turns where you're getting a lot of the passing, mm-hmm. and it felt like it was a lot of single file just racing.
Yeah. I know there was 14 lead changes, mm-hmm. which last year there was 15, which was a record. So there was a lot of lead changes, but no, I think they are kind of right. There wasn't a ton of passing, even if that makes sense with how many lead changes there were. A lot of big names went out in wrecks.
Yeah.
Danica, of course, in her last race ever.
I know it.
Didn't really surprise me that she wrecked, but historically she's been really good at Indy. Mm-hmm. I think 6 top 10s, but she hadn't raced Indy in a while, at least in an Indy car. So
if I remember right, it wasn't like she was passing anybody. She just kind of punched the gas a little hard.
Yep. A lot of people were wrecking getting in dirty air.
Yeah.
They'd get dirty air, lose it a little bit, and couldn't control it. Helio wrecked. Soto wrecked, last year's winner. I'm trying to think who else. There are a lot of names wrecked. But in the end, the winner had some willpower.
Yeah.
He had some willpower, as his name is Willpower. So 37-year-old didn't really know if he'd ever, really get a good chance to win again, and got it done.
And then Ed Carpenter, he's the Indy guy, isn't he?
Yep, I picked him to win. He got runner-up. He's an Indy native, Butler grad. Mm-hmm. Drives the Fuzzy's vodka car, so, that's pretty cool.
If I look at Carpenter, he led 65 laps.
He was up there all day.
And then Will was second with 59, but he only got the one that mattered the most, last lap.
Yep. And it got exciting at the end. On the restart, you had that guy, I forget his name off the top of my head, he couldn't keep the lead. Then you had 2 people run out of gas and had to dive for the pits with a couple laps left. So it was a pretty exciting finish.
Yeah, one of the guys that had to dive in at the end, he was the guy that I was cheering for just because he started in the back of the pack. It was Jack Harvey.
Yeah, and there was another guy who was that guy? He got clear up to third at one point from the back of the pack. Don't remember. I should have looked it up. I can't think of it. But a few big names that didn't run very well. Graham Rahal, Marco Andretti. Those are 2 guys that are legacy names that seemed to be better a handful of years ago, and now they're just kind of out there. They don't really compete at Indy every year. I know Marco that one year was a runner-up, but
that was like one of his first years. Was it his first year?
It might have been his first year.
That's
and
what I
they're like,
remember
this kid's going to be a
most.
stud. Yeah, this kid's going to be a stud. And then he just kind of hasn't really came. No.
I really don't follow racing a whole heck of a lot, but it's one of those. I mean, you're from Indiana, Indy 500 comes around, you're paying attention.
Greatest spectacle in racing.
And it's one of those things. Now that I've been there, I mean, I'm already making plans to go back next year. I think it's something we should get a big group of guys. We should go down. I mean, it's a blast. It's so much fun.
I've never been, and I do like racing. I used to be a really big NASCAR fan. I don't watch much NASCAR now. I don't think the product's very good. I mean, Junior, Gordon, Stewart, a lot of the big names just aren't
all
there
the
anymore.
names are gone. Junior was the one that I followed the most.
Yeah.
Once he was gone, Jeff's out. I mean, you look now and
it's just kind of losing its popularity a little bit. And I used to be one of those fans who didn't like IndyCar, but now I like watching IndyCar. I appreciate it, and it's kind of flipping me. So yeah, it was a fun race to watch, and I'm glad to hear your take on it for sure.
It was a great time.
Before I forget, the Tan and J-Man Show is sponsored, like it is every week, by Fraunfelder Dental Clinic, a great family-owned dental clinic that offers laser whitening and dentistry, along with braces, implants, and your typical teeth cleaning. Go see Dr. Bill Fraunfelder or Dr. DJ Fraunfelder today for all of your dental needs. Like them on Facebook and check out their website, stateoftheartsmile.com.
One other thing I forgot to say about the race. We sat in front of a father and son, flew in from London just for the race.
That's cool. I mean, that's one thing I think we kind of lose sight of or kind of take for granted being of the state of Indiana. It's just, it's the speedway. It's down in Indy. It's a part of our state, but there's people who come in worldwide. Yeah,
we were like, you guys flew all the way here from London just to see the race? He's like, it's the Indy 500, man.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I mean, this kid he was probably 7 or 8. I mean, they were loving it. I just thought that was really cool because I didn't really think about that. I thought it would just be a lot of pretty local people that came there. But
I'm sure there's a ton of people that come.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Worldwide. I mean, it is cool. I mean, I think we'd have a different appreciation for it if we didn't live in Indiana. If that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah. And it's just weird to think that Indy holds one of the world's biggest sporting events. But they do.
Yeah, that's the last thing I forgot to mention. It was just thought that was pretty cool.
This is a random question for you, but on the Tan and J-Man Show, we like weird random questions. If you were to win the 500, what kind of milk would you choose to drink? Because I know they can choose.
Grew up a skim milk guy, but I'm back. I'm at the 2%. I'm not watching my figure near as hard. I can go with the 2%, but I think I'd probably do the sip and then pour the rest over my head. Yeah. Because, I mean, can you think of anything worse to drink than milk after being in a car when it's, especially like yesterday when it was 95 all day long? Well, I mean, my God, that sounds...
That's how the tradition started in the 30s. The guy who won it, he grew up, and his mom always said, when you're thirsty, the best thing to drink is buttermilk. So he wanted buttermilk after the race, and that's how, for years, it was buttermilk they had to drink, which would be disgusting. But now, I don't. Just give me water or Gatorade or something. Don't give me milk. But I would drink 2% or maybe even whole milk. I'll drink whole milk once in a while. I doubt they'd let me drink chocolate.
Can
I have chocolate milk?
That wouldn't be a bad choice. But I think you'd have to come in. You wouldn't be able to get like the gallon of chocolate milk. You'd have to. I need a glass. I need some Hershey syrup. And I need a spoon.
That'd be classic. Chocolate or strawberry milk.
Yeah.
Can I have one of those what were those little you remember those things they used to have at lunch in elementary school? Those little bottles.
Like the little
chugs.
Chugs? Yeah. That'd be great. What
Stone Cold.
Does Dean's or do they have like a spot? They have like a driver or anything like that? You think if they'd won, they'd have I bet you. Then you might be able to get the little baby milks.
Yeah. Then you can get whatever.
Maybe we need to talk to somebody over at Dean's and see if we can get a sponsor for a driver.
Yeah.
that may be an opportunity for them.
There they go. I mean, I think in '93 there was a guy who elected to drink orange juice instead.
Just a sinner.
I mean, you could tell yesterday Will Power didn't really like milk because he barely drank it.
Yeah.
But just take a little sip and then
that's the move I do. Yeah.
And he threw it all over the queen yesterday. The queen of the race. She got smashed with a bunch of milk.
Gross.
Oh, good stuff. Another good Indy 500. The 102nd. Now the countdown's for the 103rd.
Yeah.
Next year. So because the Brickyard this year, the attendance, like I said, has been down anyways. It's on the same day as the Colts home opener on September 8th or 9th or whatever that Sunday is.
Watch Chicago.
And originally when they pushed the Brickyard back to September, they asked the NFL, can you please not schedule a home game? So the NFL wasn't going to, but Taylor Swift has a concert week 1 of the NFL in Indy. So the Colts didn't want to have back-to-back road games. So the Colts pretty much said, screw this, we're having a home game.
Wow.
We don't care. So, but you can't blame the Colts. You don't want to start off road. So
I wouldn't, especially when, who knows
So
who's going to be under center.
I mean, Indy's going to be packed that day, but that's probably going to affect the race.
I would say definitely.
Especially since it's one of the Colts' first, it's their home opener. I mean, it's still, everybody's still excited about football by then.
Yeah.
So, and I know you're a Colts fan. What's your, we're getting a little off topic here, but what's your outlook on the season? I mean, is 12 going to be ready? Your gut feeling?
The only reason I say no is because we were having this same question last year. And the over-under for his projected amount of games he was going to play was like 8.5 maybe. I mean, and that's all the experts, everyone they talked to, they were like, yeah, he'll be ready to throw, and then doesn't play a game. And now we're getting middle of summer, start of summer, and it's the same, he'll be ready. Will he? Because
they're saying the same exact answers to questions as they were last year. So he looks more jacked, I will say that, than he did last year. A year ago, suppose he's throwing, but what's he throwing? There's no video of him throwing a football, or at least an NFL-sized football.
So even then, okay, he comes back healthy, but he's coming back not being game ready.
Yeah.
I mean,
he hadn't taken a hit in 2 years.
Yeah.
Even if he comes back and plays well, I don't know if the Colts roster right now is ready to win.
No.
If that makes sense. I think they're a year or two away.
I'd agree.
With a healthy Andrew.
Yeah, and
I think they did good in the draft. I thought Ballard did a good job.
I did too.
Quentin Nelson was a great pick.
Yeah, you had to. That was the pick you had to make.
I mean, but yeah, I just don't think Colt fans should hold their breath in making the playoffs this year, especially that division's going to be tough. Jacksonville's got to be good again. Tennessee's got to be good again. They're both playoff teams. Houston was rolling until Deshaun got hurt last year. They should be good again.
Should be.
I mean,
it'll be
tough division.
It'll be nice to see how Deshaun does coming back. I really like him. I think he's a great player, and I think he's the great leader for them. But injuries suck.
Yep, they can mess with it. I mean, they can. It's tough. Some people get injured and they're never the same.
So that's a big mental. It's definitely a physical injury, but I think you do something like ACL.
Yep. Non-contact in practice.
Yeah, big mental.
Look at Teddy Bridgewater.
Who just got hurt? Just
Hunter Henry for the Chargers.
Yeah, Hunter Henry.
That's a blow.
Yep, yeah.
Chargers look like they're probably, and I don't like any of the
just
other
how much
AFC
you
West
love
teams,
the Chargers.
but they're probably the favorites to win the AFC West. They're going to be good this year, but losing Hunter Henry is a huge blow to them.
Yeah.
Now they're probably going to have to ask old man Gates to come back. So he's still a free agent. They didn't really want to bring him back, but probably going to have to.
Yeah,
the Chargers, like I was saying in our group text messages, even though I don't like them, they get hurt more than any other team every year. For some reason, it's just like they're always getting hurt. But
poor Phillip Rivers, that great guy.
I don't feel bad for him one bit. But no, we're still training camp will be here before we know it. It's almost June, and bring it on.
Yep, can't wait.
But while we're talking about sports, NBA Finals is halfway set. Tonight it'll be fully set. LeBron, 8th straight year making the finals.
Unreal.
Love him, hate him. You got to tip your hat to him.
He's the best we've seen.
Easily.
Well, we've seen.
Easily. I mean, we don't remember too much of Jordan. I put him over Kobe, even though Kobe's great too. It is hard to compare guys like Jordan and LeBron because they played in different eras.
Right. Different styles. I mean, LeBron can get anywhere he wants.
Yeah.
But MJ's when
he's a
when
freak
he's
athlete.
I'm going to score. LeBron is I'm gonna get to the rim if I want to when
Try
I
to
want
stop
to.
me.
Yeah,
I mean,
good luck.
You can be 250-pound man like Morris was last night. Get on his back and he's still gonna finish.
Still gonna get 35?
Yep. On away from a triple double again last night. So yeah, he's like him, hate him. Gotta tip your hat to him.
You have to respect
8 straight finals appearances is unbelievable. We haven't seen anything like it. Can they get over the hump and beat Houston or Golden State? I'm not sure, but I'm tired of doubting the guy. Every time I doubt him, he proves me wrong.
Who do you think it's going to be?
I think Golden State gets him tonight. Chris Paul, I haven't heard if he's playing or not.
I heard he. I thought I
He's
saw
gonna
he
play,
I
but he
saw,
won't be 100%.
I thought I saw on the ticker that he was going to play.
He won't be 100%. I think Golden State gets him tonight.
I do too.
But my predictions have been so off. I mean, I was even tweeting last night. The Pacers had Cleveland beat round one.
Yep.
Had them beat, and then they slipped through the cracks. But LeBron's also getting some help. I mean, they didn't have K-Love yesterday, but Jeff Green played a great game.
Right.
I mean, it's different people are starting to step up, and that can make Cleveland dangerous. Now I'm starting to think he returns to Cleveland. All this time I've been thinking he's going to leave, but now maybe he returns.
If they win, you may. I don't know.
I don't know.
Did you see? It was a while back. They showed every time that LeBron's been to the finals and Alabama's footballs went. Every time Alabama's won, LeBron's won.
And the Patriots lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird.
I know those
Some
coincidences.
juju going on.
Yeah.
Juju magic.
Something in the cosmos.
Something. But, and I'm to the point where I'm not the biggest LeBron fan. I mean, I don't like how much he whines, but I'm just going to sit back and appreciate greatness because we're not going to see anybody else like him.
Because I'm the same way. I really can't stand him. I can't stand kind of how he acts.
Yeah,
but he's a baller.
He shuts his critics
dude
up.
Dude can ball.
And I will say this: he is a good role model for a lot of kids because he doesn't get in trouble off the court. You never hear of him in any drama. I mean, Kobe got himself in some trouble. Even MJ kind of got himself in a few situations he probably shouldn't. But LeBron keeps it all clean.
Yep.
But Celtics, great season by them.
Right.
I just fell a little short. If they hit any threes at all last night, they probably win that game. Bright future ahead. You were talking about injuries and people coming back from injuries. Big question mark next year is how's Gordon Hayward going to respond to this, and do they even need him now?
Yeah, I was going to say, where does he fit?
I don't think he does.
Sixth man, seventh man?
Tatum's already way better than they thought he would be.
Right.
Kyrie, they need him. That hurt them when he got hurt, but even though they made it to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals without him. But I think they need Kyrie more than they need Gordon.
No, I don't think there's any question about that.
Yeah, that's really, really strange. But Brad Stevens still best active coach in the world, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think the Celtics are going to be good for many, many years. I think the Sixers are going to be good for many years. We're having some new teams get in the mix, become pretty good.
Where's your way too early prediction where you think the Pacers are next year?
Ooh, yeah.
Prediction for next year when this year's not even over.
Yeah, and we don't know who they're going to pick up or try to pick up in free agency. I could see them about right in the middle again, 5th seed. I just don't think they can climb much higher than that unless they get some dynamic.
I thought
free
they
agents.
hit every expectation they could have this year.
They overachieved. I think you're going to see great years out of Vic going forward. I mean, he is the guy, but he needs some help, and I just don't know who's out there.
Right.
But now there are expectations on them. That's the thing. This Patriots team, nobody expected anything. Now next year, there's got to be some expectations. I don't know if that's fair or unfair, but that's
I think
just
it's
how
great
the
for
cookie
the team.
crumbles.
I think they had a lot.
Great for the city.
Great for a lot of people at those games that when you started off the season not really sure how they're going to do, then they started playing well. And at least I knew some people around here that were going to games that have never been to games before. Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool.
Indiana's a basketball state.
Yeah.
And just kind of like the Indy 500, and then you tie it basketball with Indiana. And so when the Pacers are good, the whole state kind of comes together and roots for them. And it kind of helps when the Colts are bad. If the Pacers are good, that kind of helps. I still think Indianapolis is a Colts city, but I think it's getting closer. Closer than it's been in a while.
I would agree.
I still think it's
Colts I would even say, I think you said Indiana's a basketball state. I'd say almost Indiana's a college basketball state.
Yeah.
And it's starting to get that way more to where a lot of people that are big college basketball fans are starting to follow the Pacers now. I just think they're a young, fun team to watch. I mean, I'm one of them. I wasn't a huge NBA guy, but when your local team's playing well and they're fun to watch, it's something you make an effort to try and see.
Yeah, and I know up here they're not on TV very often, but they have me checking my phone every night to see if they won or not, at least, and checking the box scores. But yeah, the college basketball note you made is interesting because Indiana's a state that has 4 usually year in year out pretty good programs in Indiana, Purdue, Notre Dame, and Butler. You don't see that too much in other states. I mean, a few years ago, none of them made the tournament. So, but now you had 3 of the 4. In the tournament, or Notre Dame didn't make it, 2 of them in the tournament this year. So, and who knows about next year? I don't know. But that's That's an interesting point you brought up. And then high school basketball, of course, is
always. It'll always be huge.
Huge in Indiana. So, yeah. So you think it's going to be Golden State and Cleveland for the 4th consecutive year?
I just looked it up, and Golden State, they're the 5.5-point favorites tonight. I didn't realize it was in Houston.
Yeah.
I love James Harden. I think it depends how well he shoots the ball tonight.
I think the X factor is Eric Gordon.
Yeah.
He played great in Game 5.
He played great.
And Harden and Paul struggled. They need Paul out there just for his leadership.
I don't know how many minutes he's going to play.
Yeah, but they just need him out there for his leadership. I mean, he's in a position he's never been in. This is his first Western Conference Finals. So, but I just think, I don't know, KD, Steph, Clay, Draymond, Iguodala.
Yeah.
I could go on and on. It's just too many players.
Too good.
They get going a little bit. But every time I think they're rolling, they get stomped the next game or beat the next game.
I think we got Golden State and the Cavs, and I think
Golden
State in 6.
Yeah, I just can't imagine Cavs getting them. But like I said, LeBron just
wouldn't surprise me if they did, though.
No, you can't doubt the guy anymore. I mean, there was more tweets last night tweeting that like he's the GOAT. Last night that I ever seen. Like there was a lot of people saying, okay, I can't say anything bad about him anymore. So
I'm the same way.
I just don't like the way he acts, and I don't always agree with all the moves he's made in his career, like his decisions on where to go and whatnot. But as far as ability on the court, I can't knock him. He's the all-around player, every aspect.
He made LeBron a business. He's definitely marketed himself well, and he's made moves that are going to financially benefit him and his family.
He's a smart guy.
He's a smart man.
He is a smart guy. I mean, even if you hear him talk, he thinks he puts a lot of thought into what he's going to say before he says it. So
yeah, I definitely respect him and his game and the way he carries himself. But just it's weird that I hate him more his attitude on the court than his attitude off the court. It's usually the exact opposite with anybody. They make a lot of mistakes off the court, and you like how they play the game, but like how he plays the game, don't like how his mental game.
Oh, I agree 100%. So. I'm thinking of it. There's no J-Man's Book of Prediction of the Week this week. I'm not going to take over for this week. I'll just let it ride. And no birdie bogey either. I didn't prepare anything, so it's kind of on me. But the J-Man's Book of Prediction of the Week is sponsored by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Travis Watching, just like it is every week. And here is a short little blurb from Travis himself.
This is Travis Watching with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. I'm a multi-line agent specializing in life, home, renters, auto, business, workers' compensation, and farm insurance. Please contact me at travis.watching@infb.com or at 219-869-4561.
There you go. Contact Travis with any of your insurance needs, and he will be a guest next week on episode 81 of the Tan and J-Man show. So it's always fun to have him on. And
it's always a good listen.
Yeah. I got some baseball notes here. We've got a few games going on, a few games already complete for the day. Let's see here. I know the Cubs were winning last time I checked. The Cubs beat the Pirates 7-zip today.
Okay.
On the road at Pittsburgh, so that's a big win for the Cubs. Proves their record at 28-22. Pirates are now 28-25. And then the Cubs travel later this week to New York to face the Mets. So coming off, they won 2 of 3 against the Giants over the weekend. I know, J-Man was an up and down roller coaster on Twitter again, like
that's always fun. Yeah, that's always fun.
I mean, if you were a regular person who saw his Twitter account, you'd think they're losing every game. But
I'd love to be his neighbor during games, just to.
he said he's pretty sure his upstairs neighbors hate him.
I'm sure.
But Yankees lost 5-1 to the Astros. Knew that was going to be start of a tough series. Then they play at Baltimore this weekend, so they should get Baltimore. Baltimore's trash, but Yankees did take 2 of 3 against the Angels. Angels is interesting. I don't want to call it an experiment because it's not an experiment, but they're I don't know what's called. Their situation, I guess, with Ohtani's getting weird. He's only pitching once a week now.
Yeah.
I mean, are they going to make a decision eventually to just pitch him, making him an everyday starter, or just an everyday position player? I mean, I don't know. It's weird.
It's one of a kind. I mean, right now,
we've never seen it.
Wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing it more and more. I mean, did you see the that kid from LSU, the pitcher from LSU that hit? I think he was up to bat, and coach was gonna have him bunt. Went through a couple pitches, and coach told him to go ahead and swing away. Went and hit a bomb.
Did he really?
Yeah, and I don't know if it was like a walk-off or what it was. It was the end of the game. I mean, it was a huge deal. And they're interviewing him after the game. The kid's like, I hit nukes, baby. I hit nukes all day long in high school. And then they do a post-game interview, and the kid's up there with a couple other kids and the coach. And kid goes, hey, coach, I lied to you. I never hit in high school. And he goes, what? He's like, yeah, my coach never let me hit. I just pitched.
Wow.
And then he goes, but in batting practice, I was raking it.
Oh,
I hit nukes all the time.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
oh my God.
Confidence, man.
The coach is laughing. He's kind of rubbing his head. He's going, this idiot.
Yeah.
But,
Well,
I mean, it
hey,
worked
paid
out
off
for the
for 'em.
best, I guess. But
So they got blanked by Ole Miss yesterday in the SC Championship, but Ole Miss ranked like third in the country. So
yeah.
Today was the selection show for the college baseball, or the World Series, I guess, or tournament. I don't know what they call it.
Yeah, I don't either.
But Purdue made it.
Regionals?
Yeah, Purdue made it for a third time school history. They're the
Well, thank God.
Yep, they're the 2 seed. I was happy.
I bet.
They lost yesterday to Minnesota in the Big Ten Championship, so I was a little nervous about them getting in. But what was cool is they were projected to finish 11th this year out of 13 teams in the
Wow.
Big Ten, and they made a
2 seed in Journey?
Yep, 2
Wow.
seed down in Chapel Hill. First game's on Friday, and I'm guessing they'll throw Tanner Andrews, Tippecanoe Valley graduate.
Yeah.
He's their ace.
That's awesome.
Usually they throw him game 1 of the series, so I'm guessing he'll be on the mound Friday.
I've seen a couple of their highlights through, I think it was like Facebook videos and stuff, and it's kind of cool to see
It is.
local kid.
He's
pitching
come a long
Big Ten.
way. He's a senior now. Got a chance, I think, to get drafted.
I think you got to think he'll
13
get drafted
Big
somewhere.
Ten.
Yeah.
Throws mid or low to mid 90s now, so he's got some good stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty
His
awesome.
last outing, he went to complete game against Ohio State and beat them. So it's really cool to see a local guy doing that good.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
So, and another local note, a few local notes. Rochester's Thomas Rohr won the sectional at 3,200 meter, so he's going on to state. And Kelsey Tyler got second in the 3,200, so she's going on to state. That's a pretty good
Yeah,
accomplishment.
that's awesome.
Nathan Patterson used to be a Rochester Zebra. Now he's goes to Plymouth. I golf with his dad, Torrey Patterson, on Thursday nights. He's going to USC next year on a full ride to start his high jumping college career. He broke the Indiana state record the other night of 7.3 and a half.
I saw that. I saw
Yeah.
It's weird that I got it, but somehow it showed up on my showed up on my Twitter feed. It had so many retweets and likes,
Yeah.
and then I saw it and I was like, hey, I know what this kid
Yeah,
is.
that's,
That is, I mean, 7 foot
7
3 and a half.
3 and a half, and he
Unreal.
that was his goal this year, was to get that. And now this upcoming weekend, since it is Memorial Day today, this upcoming weekend, state, if he wins, there'll be back-to-back state championships for him. That was the highest jump in the nation of anybody in high school, and it was the second, I think, for anybody age 20 or under in the world.
Wow.
So,
Sky's the limit,
I mean,
I
he
guess.
gets some coaching at USC. He might be pretty close to being an Olympian.
That's
in a
what
few
I was
years.
just going to say. I mean, you kind of got to think he's going to
Yeah, because
Olympics.
he's never really had any fundamental coaching besides camps and stuff.
Right.
And this is crazy too. About 2 weeks before the sectional started, they started letting him long jump. He had long jump since he was a freshman. That he hurt himself his freshman year at Rochester long jumping. But USC said if he can get a certain length, he can long jump for them too. He won sectional and regional long jump, and his regional long jump was longer than anybody's in the state
Wow.
for that regional round. So we'll see how he can do in state long jump as well.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's just
I don't
athlete.
even know if you really think he'd want to risk doing that? You got a full ride,
Well,
go to USC.
I mean, he's only got one jump left to do it, but the reason he's doing it is USC said if he can get
yeah.
to a certain number, he can do both for them. So
It's weird they'd want him to do that and not just, hey, when you get down here, we'll...
I think
Work
from
you out.
talking to his dad, I think how track recruiting works is they'll take a lot of runners every year, but they only take one jumper every year,
Oh.
and he's their guy. So hopefully he can be their stud. I mean,
I would
we'll
not
see.
have had the right mindset at 18 to be going across the country.
No. Well, he went on a lot of different. He had offers all over the place.
Right.
His final five, he narrowed it down to USC, Nebraska, Ohio State, North Carolina, and Notre Dame. He visited North Carolina, USC, and Nebraska. Then he canceled the visits to Ohio State and Notre Dame. So he already decided he was going to go one of those three, and then he decide on USC.
Wow.
So,
That's crazy.
yep, full ride scholarship next year. So it's and his dad told me today, because I golfed with his dad today, that Plymouth already decided they're going to put him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean, you have to.
I didn't know if there was,
like a waiting period.
A waiting period after graduated, but I guess they're going to do it right after graduate.
That is crazy.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
He'll be up there with Scott Skiles.
Yeah.
So, just wanted to get that in there on the little local sports. We don't talk too much local sports as much as we should, but still looking forward to getting some interviews. I think Rochester assistant boys basketball coach Tony Stasiak's going to be on sometime this summer.
That'll be fun.
Hoping to get Coach Brian Hooker back on before the football season starts.
That was also a fun interview.
Yeah, we're hoping to get a few more in here. Got a really good one with I don't want to ruin it yet, but we'll announce it next Monday. But got a good interview coming up with a national golf writer that Travis Watching pulled some strings.
Yep.
So
That'll be great too.
Yeah, I'm getting some good interviews, but we're not done. We're not done with episode 80 yet. Got a little more random sports talk here. There was a golf tournament over the weekend. Justin Rose won down at the Colonial down in Texas. And now it's the Memorial this week, which is Jack Nicklaus's tournament over in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the better fields every year. It's kind of the last big tournament before the U.S. Open. I saw there were some pairings today. They paired Jason Day, I think Jordan Spieth and Dustin Johnson together. Justin Thomas, Ricky Fowler, and Patrick Reed. Jason Duffner, Tiger, somebody else. They put a lot of power.
Duffman.
Yeah, they put a lot of power pairings out there for this week.
Be some big followings.
In the Pro-Ams on Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
Tiger and Peyton Manning are in the same group.
Are you serious?
Think that following's going to be pretty big?
I doubt it.
That'd be pretty cool.
Wow.
That'd be pretty cool to
That
follow.
would be awesome.
But you'd have to get like 2 holes ahead just to see a shot.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like in the Players when 2 weeks ago when they put Ricky, Phil, and Tiger all in the same group.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had Justin, Jordan, and somebody else in the same group. Oh, Rory in the same group. Those are some power groups there.
Yeah.
So golf's in a good spot right now. I say it. I just say it constantly. I mean, there's a bunch of young guns just going for it every week. Rory McIlroy looked like he was going to win the European Tour event yesterday, and then he one of the Molinari brothers caught him and beat him.
Yeah.
So Rory got another runner-up finish.
That doesn't really bother me too
for
much.
For how good he is, he misses a lot of cuts and just doesn't get it done more often than he should.
Not a huge Rory fan.
Jordan Spieth's he's having putting problems.
Really?
He's having yips from 5 feet and in. He's struggling big time.
Sounds like me.
He missed 2 3-footers the other day for birdie. It's just like, what's going on?
That sounds just like me, but mine's usually to save double bogey. It's a nightmare.
Putting sucks. But that's where you make your scoring, unfortunately.
Yeah, especially when it's how you make your money, too.
You can hit it good all you want, but if you're not cashing in on the birdies or the pars, it's going to come back to bite you.
Right.
So, no, it's always good stuff. But anything else you want to add? Anything?
For golf?
Golf-related, sports-related, anything you got?
Caps Golden Knights, first games tonight.
God, it feels like it's been forever since the conference finals began.
Yeah.
Man, they're going to make a movie about this Vegas team.
I know. I read a couple of articles where writers were saying how bad for hockey it would be if the Knights win.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think it would be.
They were saying it was just because it's new team, new fans, and it's just a lot of bandwagon fans.
Get some excitement into the game.
I didn't really get it either, but it was just I'd read a couple of things that were saying how bad it'd be. But I think what were the odds for Vegas to win was like 350 or 550 to 1 for the end of the year.
Nobody ever thought nobody thought they were going to win 30 games.
No.
Let alone make the playoffs, let alone be the 1 seed, let alone make the cup.
Then the Caps, this is the first time in 20 years that they've been back to the finals, and I mean, you got Ovechkin.
Well, he finally got there.
Right.
I mean, he could not get it done in the
playoffs. That's kind of what I'm pulling for.
Yeah,
I mean, I definitely want the Caps to win. I think it'd be Ovechkin's just a big, scary Russian dude. I think it'd be great.
I think he's a good dude, too.
I think he's great. I mean, I love the way he plays, love his attitude.
He's always compared to Sydney, and Sydney's got a couple cups, and Ovechkin could never get there. Now he's got there. Let's see if he can get it done.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect for hockey. They did not want Tampa in that championship.
No.
I mean, or Winnipeg would have been cool because they hadn't been there in so many years, but No, when Vegas is there, this is cool.
It's been a while
for
since the
hockey.
Canadian teams won,
I
hasn't
think
it?
Montreal was the last one
Yeah.
in the 90s. It's
Yeah.
been a while. That's
Yeah.
why Josh was saying last week he bets all the Canadian hockey fans are pissed because the brand new Vegas team first year.
Maybe they were Canadian Raiders that wrote in.
Well, they got all these guys from every team that
Yeah, the
guys they didn't
expansion.
want.
Yeah.
So that's cool too. I mean, you look at the Jacksonville Jaguars made the AFC Championship. Their very second year in existence. The Marlins won a World Series a couple years in. I mean, sometimes these expansion
it
teams just
happens.
jump in and they got guys who are determined. And
Well, yeah, 'cause I think
There you go.
come in with a chip on your shoulder. And I think a lot of people don't first 20 games when you're not really worried about it, but when you're coming to a team where
Yeah.
your old team didn't just wanted to put you on the table. I mean, you kind of.
and when they got off the hot start, I'm thinking, oh, this is cool, but it's not going to last. They're going to wake up, and they never woke up.
Yeah, they played great.
They're legit, and I know one franchise that's happy to see the Golden Knights having success is the Oakland Raiders.
Oh,
Because
really?
they're going to be in Vegas here in 2 years.
Didn't even think about that.
So, they're just probably thinking, and I know it's funny because Vegas played against San Jose early in the playoffs, and whoever runs the Oakland Raider account tweeted out, like, good luck, Vegas. Shark fans got pissed.
Really?
You guys haven't moved yet. You're still here. Support your local team. I mean,
Oh,
I'm sure that
wow.
whoever tweeted it wasn't even thinking.
Yeah, it didn't even cross
the
their
Sharks,
mind.
And the Sharks got on Twitter. They were pissed.
Wow.
Because that's San Jose
Yeah,
right next to
yeah.
Oakland. It was kind of funny.
Wow. Yeah, I'm sure that person's probably no longer running the
Yeah,
Twitter
probably
handle.
not. So probably some intern.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
that makes me happy.
But it was funny. But I'm sure they're excited because they're the next team to go there, and I think it's only a matter of time before we see an MLB and NBA team in Vegas, especially with the gambling going to become legal in a lot of states.
It was nationwide, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's up to every state.
Oh,
So
bummer. I
there's
did
certain
not
states
know
that might not do it, but Indiana looks like is in the movement to do it.
Boom.
So I think we're good to go.
I'm ready.
That does remind me, though, we ran some Twitter polls last week I want to go over because the week before that I ran one about betting in Indiana.
Oh, yeah. I
Josh was the
answered
only
it.
one that was against it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? The purist in him?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him, but I gave him some grief last week on the podcast. But we did have a couple Twitter polls here. I got to pull them up. Ran a poll. Who is most likely to make the playoffs within the next 5 years, the Reds or the White Sox? Did you vote on this?
I believe I put the White Sox.
I don't remember who I voted for, but there's only 8 votes, 50-50
Oh,
for
bummer.
each. So pretty much that tells it they both suck.
Yeah.
This was a fun one, though. Because we talk about Tim Tebow quite a bit on the show. It pisses Josh off, so it's fun. I want to know if Tim Tebow will ever play in a game in the MLB. Had 21 votes. 81% say yes, 19% say no.
I was one of the no's.
Really?
Yeah.
I was one of the yeses.
Were you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think any team's desperate enough for tickets to put him out there. Just because he hasn't played super well.
No, he hasn't. I just think the Mets are a weird organization, and they might do it. But
Yeah, wouldn't really surprise me if it happens.
and
but
I'm only counting one game. I'm not saying it's going to be
an appearance.
a series even or anything, but
I haven't
I don't know. I thought that was interesting. I was
surprised.
surprised it was that high,
Yeah.
81 to 19. I was really surprised in that. But I don't have any Tim Tebow report. Like I said, I wasn't going to make it another weekly thing like I
Yeah.
did last year. I just wanted to do it last week because Andrew Eiler asked me how Tebow's doing, and I knew it pissed Josh off. So
Love
got to
it.
do that once in a while.
Have to.
Gotta keep him
Keep him on
juiced
his
up.
toes.
Okay, Colin. One more thing I want to do before we sign off for episode 80. I want to do a rapid fire with you. I don't think we ever did it last time you were
I
on.
don't think so.
So first question, I gotta ask it. It's kind of a
Yes.
staple first question. Is a hot dog considered a sandwich?
I'd say yes. I think it's the
Yep.
same as like, what's the difference between a taco and a burrito? Is it the inside or is it the fold?
I'd say probably the fold. I
Yeah, I
guess.
would agree too.
But yeah, I'm one of the believers that hot dogs in its own category, like hot dogs, brats, sausage. But
Yeah, it's a sub.
get
It's a
the
sub
argument.
basically.
I mean, my dad's like, it's a sandwich. It's meat in between two buns. What else
Yeah.
could it be? I don't know. I think it's in its own category. But
Yeah, I'd agree.
that's just me. Let's see here. Oh, I got to think of these. I didn't have any on top of my head. I know you like to do some gambling a little bit, some sports betting. Favorite sport to bet on?
Football.
Football.
has to be.
I thought it would be, especially with like fantasy football.
Yeah, definitely football. College basketball is fun.
That's
College
hard,
basketball is
I think.
hard,
I
but
think very hard.
it's a blast. It makes a Tuesday night game between two MAC schools amazing.
Maction, baby.
You're just screaming at a bunch of 19-year-olds that you don't know, and it's
Do you
it's
touch
great.
college football at all?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but it's that I think that's probably one of the easier ones.
Mm-hmm.
I think but it's sometimes it's hard because the spreads are 27 points, 28 points, but yeah, NFL, college football, college basketball.
I don't understand how baseball works. Like
I
I
don't
look at
either.
the spread things and they're like minus 5.3. What? Like that's not runs. What are they talking about?
Yeah, I have
like,
no idea.
I don't understand how that works. But,
Not a clue.
I mean, yeah, I'd stay away from baseball. That'd be probably really hard
So
unless
hard.
it's over under total wins
Or
something.
like boxing or like MMA fights.
Yeah.
Like it's like negative 410. Well, I
Yeah.
don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I know who the favorite is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no idea.
Yeah, it's in fighting would be so hard because you have a heavy favorite, but it takes one slip up or one good punch to land from the other guy. Night.
Yeah.
So
What just a nightmare of a sport.
I think football would definitely pique my interest. I'm ready for Indiana to get it
I can't
legalized
wait.
so I can do it whenever I want.
Right.
So, let's see here. If you had to pick one of your favorite sports teams to win their next championship, who would it be and why?
I'd say the Colts just because I want to go down to Indy and go when you know they're having a good season. Because you go down, you can get a ticket and go to a game. It's nice to say. Well, because the last Super Bowl that they won, I went with my dad. We went to a game in the playoffs, and it was kind of nice to say we were there the year.
Back in 06?
Yeah, we were there the year they won. But yeah, I think it'd be great because you and I, we got a lot of friends down in Indy, and it'd be one of those. It'd be nice to go down during the Super Bowl, be in Indy. Even if it's not in Indy, wherever it's at, it's just nice to be in the city that. But yeah, definitely the Colts.
Yeah,
because they're my favorite team, the one I follow the most and follow the most religiously, and it's definitely be football, definitely Colts.
Yeah, I'm interested to see because I think the Cubs will get another one in the next 10 years. I'm interested to see the reaction because it'll still be a big time event, but it's not going to be near as big as it was.
And I'm not enough of a diehard Cubs fan for that to be my answer. But I know Josh would. I know that's what Josh would say.
I think Josh's second would be Illinois men's basketball.
I would agree.
Then the Dolphins, and then Illinois football. But let's see here. Excluding Peyton Manning, favorite Colt ever?
Reggie Wayne.
Reggie?
Love Reginald.
Good dude.
I want to say Marvin, but I mean he was just the quietest, murderous person in the world.
That was crazy. I still think he murdered somebody.
I think we all do.
I mean, it kind of just went out the wayside. You never heard about it anymore.
No, I loved Reggie Wayne. I thought he was a good guy, good dude, and great player. And I mean, for the longest time, he was the number two, and just kind of came up out of nowhere, and then he became the number one.
It's good to be an athlete named Reggie in the city of Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Least favorite current Colt. Is there a least favorite one? It kind of just drives you nuts.
I don't know. There really isn't one. Because, I mean, right now, you're not super great. It's kind of hard to hate someone on your team when you're already not that awesome. But I'm not a huge T.Y. guy.
Yeah.
I like T.Y. I think he's super overrated as a number one. But, I mean, you say that, but then he leads the league in receptions and yards, or he's at least in the top 3 or 5. But, yeah, I don't think he's number one on a lot of teams.
No. Yeah.
But you say that, but he kills it.
Yep.
He does great.
No,
he's in a good spot where he's at. But I don't think he's number one on a lot of teams.
I know. My dad a few years ago, he's a big Colt fan. Hayward Bay was his least favorite. He hated that guy.
So he couldn't catch the ball.
Yeah, he couldn't catch ever.
No.
Ever. He's fast as get out, but he couldn't.
Where was he?
catch.
Jaguars before? Is that right?
Oh. No,
Oakland. Oakland, yeah.
Davis took him top 10.
Yeah.
Took him over Crabtree, which ended up being a Raider later on. But, yeah, he sucks. And then he went to Pittsburgh, and I don't even know if he's in the league anymore. But somewhere.
Yeah.
But, let's see here. Trying to think of a good question I haven't asked anybody before. Man.
How about I got one for you?
Okay.
What jersey is Johnny Manziel going to be wearing in 2 years when his Canadian contract's up? Because you know that he's going to. You know someone's going to pick him up.
Yeah.
I mean, even if he plays decent, but he did. I think if I read it right, he signed a contract where he's locked in for 2 years.
He is 2 years, and that he needs to be. He needs to prove himself for 2 years.
It's kind of a hard question to answer when you don't know who's going to be wanting them in 2 years and needing them.
I would say the Browns, but he's already been there. It's not going to happen.
From the interviews I'd listened to him, and that's the last place he'll ever go.
Yeah,
will be Cleveland again.
He wouldn't do. Yeah, I mean, I think Baker's going to be okay there.
Where would you like to see him go?
I just want him back in the league.
Yeah.
Away from the AFC West so I can root for him somewhere. I wouldn't mind him being on Denver if he wasn't a distraction, but I'll go Jacksonville.
What about what's going to happen first? Johnny Manziel in the NFL or Johnny Manziel arrested again?
Arrested again.
I
hope not.
I bet he gets through this year, and it'll be one of those where everyone's Johnny, you're
back,
doing great. He's back, and he's got 3 weeks left in his second season, and then he's gonna have it. Just
That's
I don't know.
question.
I really hope it doesn't happen. But from his track record, I mean, you kind of gotta.
I mean, it's kind of like Baker. I mean, part of me thinks he's gonna kill it. Another part of me thinks he's gonna be a big old bust.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I'd like to see him do well.
First of all, he's going to be a backup to start the year behind Tyrod.
Which is, I think that's good.
I'm intrigued to watch it on Hard Knocks. I think that's going to be an interesting team to watch on there. I think it's going to
That'll be fun.
Because Cleveland could be a sleeper this year. I mean, they got Josh Gordon's back, and Jarvis Landry now. You got some weapons.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see here. I had a good one, and I forgot it. It was football related. Okay, all right, I'll just ask this one. Least favorite athlete?
Least favorite athlete?
It's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
Or if you want to break it down sport by sport, that's fine too.
NBA, the least favorite is probably Draymond Green.
Yeah, I can't stand him. He's an idiot.
him.
I hate him at Michigan State.
Can't stand him. Baseball, I don't really have like a least favorite.
Yeah.
Football, least favorite. Oh man, it's probably Phillip Rivers.
That a boy.
I can't stand
he's a
him.
baby.
Oh my god, I can't.
It's always everybody else's fault. It's never his fault.
Right.
It's always the ref's fault or his teammates' fault. I mean, he, talented dude, but I don't like him. And I can't, I don't like the Raiders at all, but I respect Carr. He's a good talent. Mm-hmm. Mahomes, I think he's got to be good, but he's played one game. And that's the thing I'm laughing. All these people are like, oh, Kansas City's going to be great. Are they, though? I mean, they've lost some pieces. Alex Smith's now with Washington. You got a kid who looks like he's going to be a stud, but he's played one game. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. I
agree.
But, I mean, Denver's got a quarterback I'm nervous as hell about, too. That's coming off a career year, but it's 1 year. I mean, there's a reason why Mike Zimmer didn't want to bring him back. I'm a little nervous.
Right.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. I have a few months to relax before I get nervous every weekend for Purdue and Bronco games.
Waking up at night in cold sweats.
Yeah, that hadn't happened in a while. Joe Flacco, son of a gun.
Yeah.
All right, let's go with one more here, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Unless you have anything else you want to talk about. Oh, I'm trying to think of a really good one. Favorite sports moment as a fan?
Favorite sports moment? Like for something that I've seen live or just at all?
Go either or. Let's go both. Your favorite one live, and then just favorite one that you've seen happen.
Favorite one I've seen. I mean, for me, it was Colts winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and that was definitely the most
Bears,
fun for me. That was great.
Pretty cool.
And
locally.
most favorite moment live. I mean, honestly, it was probably the 500. I mean, it beat every expectation that I had for the race. It was so much fun. It's one of those, if you haven't been, you've thought about it, you definitely should.
Go and then you want to go again.
It's such a fun experience.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry. I was going to say, or when we went to state high school basketball.
Yeah,
That was also a blast.
Yeah, that's one thing that a lot of people can't say they experienced.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and Garrett kind of hit on that a little bit last week, and he's got to do it twice.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that's
different
crazy.
positions,
Especially when I think I was 15, or I may have been just turning 16.
Yeah,
Garrett was 17. Camo was 16 too.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, indeed. Definitely something cool you can tell your kids and grandkids about.
Oh yeah.
I have a lot of pictures. Where can people find you on Twitter? You're a good Twitter follow.
You can find me. I believe it's _Frank the Duke. Find me at that Instagram. I think it's just Cahner Thompson. That's the only other two really social platforms.
Yeah, you're a good Twitter follow. You post a lot of funny stuff and some good sports related stuff. So give them a follow, people. You won't regret it. And while you're on there, follow the Tan J-Man Show. It's at Tan J-Man Show on Twitter. On Instagram, it's at the Tan J-Man Show. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got we'll post every podcast on there, but also we'll be eventually posting some other funny stuff on there. Just haven't gotten around to do it yet.
Nice.
We'll get around to it one of these days. And with that said, I think that'll do it for episode 80 of Rochester's #1 podcast, the Tan and J-Man Show, sponsored by a locally owned dental clinic from Felder Dental Clinic. Great locally owned dental clinic. Go to them for all of your dentistry needs. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to our podcast on SoundCloud, iTunes, TuneIn Radio, Google Play, pretty much wherever a podcast is played, you can find us. And if not, just type in the Tan J-Man Show on Google and you'll find it. So, Connor, thanks again for joining us.
Hell of a time, Tan Man.
Always a good time. And if Mutt doesn't start carrying his weight, it might be the Tan and Con show soon.
That's right.
Watch out, J-Man. Next week, Josh will be back, and we'll have a special guest, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Travis Watching on with us. Until then, enjoy your week, everybody, and we'll see you next Monday.